Ever have one of those nights where you just know, deep down, the world's gonna see you as a problem no matter what you do? That's exactly where I found myself, just me, late at night, standing under a busted street lamp outside some high-end shop, waiting for my buddy Kenny to finally show up. The air was cool, the city mostly asleep, and I'm just there in my suit, checking my phone, counting down the minutes, trying not to look impatient or out of place, even though I already felt both. That's when I heard heavy boots on the pavement. One of those sounds you know is trouble before you even look up. And sure enough, a cop comes walking up, stiff-backed, hand on his belt, staring me down like I'd broken into the place. "Hey!" he barks, like he caught me red-handed. I look up, trying to keep it chill, but he doesn't wait for answers, just launches right in. "What are you doing out here?" No smile, no greeting, just that cold suspicion some people carry around like a badge itself. I tell him, real even, "Just waiting for a ride, officer." He doesn't buy it, not for a second. He starts circling me, throwing out questions like, "You sure you're not loitering? Standing around this late in a suit?" His voice is all edge, eyes narrowing, making it clear he doesn't think I fit here. I try to explain, but he isn't listening. He's looking for something, anything, to make this my fault. "You got any ID on you?" he says, with that tone that says he's not really asking. Now you know how it goes. If I hand it over, I'm just another guy letting himself get checked for no reason. But if I push back, it's, "What do you have to hide?" I took a breath, tried to stay calm, but I was tired. Tired of being judged before I opened my mouth. Tired of having to prove I belong on my own city's sidewalk. So I said, "I'm not doing anything wrong. I don't need to show you my ID." You could see his jaw clench, like that answer just made his night. "You don't get to decide," he snaps. "I do." We stand there, staring each other down, his hand never leaving his belt. "You know," he says, "guys like you, hanging around after dark in places like this, usually up to something." And I can feel my pulse climbing, my fists balling up, but I try not to show it. "I told you, I'm waiting for my friend. That's all." He leans in, close enough to smell the cheap aftershave, and just spits it out. "You don't belong here. Maybe you should move along before I have to make you." Now here's the thing. Every time someone's tried to make me small, to tell me I don't belong, it's left a scar, even if you can't see it. I've learned to swallow that anger, but that night, I couldn't. "I've got every right to be here," I told him, voice shaking, but not backing down. He laughed, cold and mean. "We'll see about that." Then, out of nowhere, he grabs my arm, twists it behind my back, snaps the cuffs on, says, "You're under arrest." I jerk away, but I'm not fighting, just shocked. "You can't do this. I haven't done a thing." But he shoves me, hard, into the window, makes my shoulder ache, then throws a punch, just like that, like he was waiting for the excuse. My jaw exploded with pain, stars dancing in front of my eyes. I can taste blood, feel the street spinning, and all I can think is, not again. Not this time. He drags me toward his cruiser, his chest all puffed up like he's just done something heroic. That's when I find my voice. Before you toss me in the car, check my wallet. Look at my ID. You're gonna want to." He stops, rolls his eyes, but he checks. Pulls out my ID, squints at it, and then, man, I wish you could have seen his face. The color drains out, and he's just staring. "You're the mayor?" he stammers. "Yeah, that's right," I say, wincing but holding his gaze. "Mayor of Westford." Suddenly, everything changes. He fumbles with the cuffs, stammering apologies, can't even look at me. I didn't know, sir. I didn't mean," and I just stop him. Right there. "You didn't mean to profile me? You didn't mean to throw that punch?" He can't answer. He just stands there, sweating. I take his badge number, ice cold, and say, "You'll be hearing from me. Trust me." Kenny showed up 5 minutes later, mouth hanging open at my bruised face. I told him what happened, voice still shaking, anger running through me like an electric current. "I'm filing a complaint," I said, and I meant it. We drove to City Hall, my head spinning, not just from the pain, but from everything that moment meant. It wasn't just me. It was every person who's ever been told they didn't belong, every kid who's been stopped for looking suspicious, every mom who has to teach her son how to talk to police so he makes it home safe. The next day, I took it straight to the chief. He tried to smooth it over, said there'd be an investigation. I told him, "This isn't just about one cop. This is about a broken system." The union fought back, saying reforms would tie their hands. The council dragged their feet, scared of political fallout. I went public anyway, called a press conference, told the city everything. How I was profiled, assaulted, and nearly locked up for standing on a sidewalk after dark. Some folks cheered. Others said I was stirring trouble, making it harder for good cops. But I kept pushing, demanded independent oversight, bias training, real transparency. The pressure mounted. The chief finally stepped down. The officer got fired, and for a second, it felt like maybe, just maybe, something would change. But I know better than to think it's over. This was one battle, not the war. I still see people every day, getting side-eyed, getting questioned for just being themselves. I was lucky. I had a title, a voice, a way to fight back. Most folks don't. So I gotta ask, what do you think? Was I right to make it public? To keep fighting? Have you ever been judged, profiled, or seen someone else go through it? Drop your story in the comments. Let's talk about justice, about what's right, and about what it's really gonna take to change things for good.